mixed up emotions, starring commotions with anybody on the block who ever thought of provoking. Carried a chip on my upper torso. It was more so like a vacant irritation. Grandma didn't have a cure for. It's only logical. A child want their biological parents to be beside them through plays and recitals. Back then I was blinded by the fact that she stayed down for a shorty when mom and dad grabbed the backpack. So I did the opposite.
Family, what it do? It's your girl Tootie Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the Squid Eye S&T Drip Set. What it do? Whatever you dream, you can achieve. Dreaming really is probable. Drip Set in the building, you dig what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please, please watch those ads. That's all you got to do to support a creator. And also turn those post notifications on too, so you know each and every time I'm dropping a vid, you dig. I hope you guys are having a great holiday. You know what I mean? If you're going to be out and about traveling, just please, please stay alert. Stay vigilant, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the time of the year, you know what I mean, where people be out in these streets running rampant. So just stay alert, you understand? So look, man, we about to get into this Q&A. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A, especially an updated Q&A. And I didn't think that you guys were going to ask me all of these questions. So I might have to break it up into two parts. Either way it goes, we're going to get it done. You dig? All right, so I'm going to answer all of you guys' questions. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm usually very, very transparent. It's only certain things that me and my wife, you know what I mean, might censor, because we want to make sure that we keep a lot of stuff to us and not just put everything out on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you got to be able to keep certain things to yourself. So we're going to go ahead and down the line. I have put these on my community posts, and I just pretty much screenshotted all of the questions. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, yeah, we're going to get into Kimmy. Shout out to Kimmy, man. I appreciate all of the support and you taking the time out to even ask a question. But it says, my question is, do y'all want to have a child or even adopt a child and keep up the good content? Yes, we want to have a child. We actually started the process. My wife has HS, and it's like an autoimmune thing, you know what I mean? So when we were in the process of starting our family, she had a really, really terrible flare-up. So we went to prioritize that first. And since then, we haven't even really dabbled back in it, because we done moved, we done got set back and some more shit. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we want a child. I want a child so bad, it's ridiculous. You dig? Raw Official, have y'all ever found interest in the same label? Okay, I'm kind of confused about what you mean by the label. And it said, 2, can we get videos of you freestyling to random beats? Yo, I'd do a music vid for y'all. I really would, straight up. Me and Neek done did it before. Boy, we was online one time. We was going crazy on one of her lives. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't have no problem with doing that. I freestyled with some random beats. Yeah. Didn't know what you meant by the first one, though. The next question is, dang Toot, your hair looks amazing. Thank you, family. This is from Hillary. And my question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Love y'all. First of all, I love you too, Hillary. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I accomplished a big goal before the end of the year went out. So I actually had making sure we got our own place, you know what I'm saying, for next year. But being that we were blessed to do it this year, where I see myself is, honestly, I really see myself having a huge podcast, believe it or not. And I really didn't care about podcasts at first. But I think there's not that many unbiased podcasts out there. And I would love to be able to have a platform where I can talk about bigger issues than just YouTube, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So podcasts, I don't really see myself staying in Atlanta, believe it or not. Me and my wife talked about it. So I don't know if this would be the end for us here. And then I see me and my wife having a business. We got something in mind. It just takes the money to go behind it. So that's where I see myself. It said, what advice do you have for single studs? What is your occupation? What are your thoughts about poly relationships? What are some of your different experiences you encountered while you were in the service? What advice do I have for single studs? Just do you. Be you. You know what I mean? I don't get fixated on labels or whatever, studs, films. I don't really get fixated on that. as I grow older, I really rather not be associated with a label, to be honest with you. My occupation is now YouTube. I used to be a general manager for mad long. I was in corporate for mad long. When COVID hit, I made the decision to gamble on myself. So for the last 2 years, YouTube has been my occupation. What are your thoughts about poly relationships? I don't have a problem with them, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm a one woman type of person. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bigger flex when you can just stay with one person and do right. You know what I mean? Honestly. So poly relationships, don't have a problem with it as long as it's not me in mine. You know what I mean? But I've seen some dope ass poly relationships that seem like they work. So if it worked for you, go for it. What are some of your different experiences you encountered while you were in service? It was just more so I was coming into my sexuality when I went into the service. So back then, it never really went a back then shit. It was only what 8 years ago or some shit like that. But a lot of people had a problem with gay at that time, you know what I'm saying, at that particular time. So, you know, you kind of felt out of place and isolated because, you know, you couldn't really be you. So that probably was like the biggest experience that I encountered, because they had a don't ask, don't tell rule, and they can kind of tell who you are, so you kind of get singled out sometimes. When and where did you and Bella get married? Just the real, what's up? Just T, the real. We got married in Boston. It was just what we did. We just eloped, honestly. I asked my wife if she wanted a wedding. She was like, no, she did not want to go into our marriage in debt. She said she would rather for us to start paying off our student loans and stuff like that. So we eloped. The thing is, though, it was probably one of the things that I looked at and was like, damn, she's really dope. And because of that, I want to give her a wedding. So when I get my money right, I want to definitely have a dope-ass reception to where we can honor that. And then I want to take my wife on a vacation. That's my biggest goal, really. We have never been on a vacation, and we've been together almost 15 years. It's fucking sad. How are you mentally? Mentally, I would say I'm about an 8. You know what I mean? There's things that I'm still working out. But the bulk of my problem and the bulk of my dysfunction in my head at the time was just like getting a place. So once we pretty much solidified that, it brought my stress level down a lot. Now it's just getting to where I need to be and where I should be and where I should rightfully be on this platform. Another person, Fonzie Wilson, asked the same question, but she asked how me and Bella were doing mentally. But yeah, we're definitely in a place. Yesterday we have our moments to where like we want to be able to do more stuff, you know what I mean, especially as far as like furnishing our house, but we just take it one step at a time. So we just blessed, we thankful, bro, like no cap. Just T Real, yeah, thank you guys for participating in this question and answer. It said, what is the next short-term goal that you're trying to reach now? My next short-term goal, honestly, is to go on a vacation. I think I need it. I think my wife needed it. I think we need it collectively as a couple. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're very good in coexisting, but it's just like we just never had a chance to go somewhere and just really let our hair down and really relax. You know what I mean? So that's definitely my goals. What are some of your goals for 2023? I plan on really growing my channels. My SHAMIKA&TAMIKATV channel, I really want to make sure hits 100K this year. If I don't hit 100K this year, I'm probably gonna throw in the towel. I ain't even gonna lie to you, y'all. I would like to see my Bella Toot channel hit at least 25K, and I would like to see my Toot Reacts channel hit at least 20K. So my goals are to elevate my channels, elevate my Twitch. If you guys do not follow me on Twitch, tap in with Toot. Please go over there and subscribe right now. But yeah, those are like some of my goals. Another goal when it comes down to our relationship, it's really just talking more, you know, communicating more, not waiting too long to check in with each other. Don't wait till a situation arises to check in with each other. So I think I'm going to start doing these little weekly check-ins with my wife just to make sure she's straight mentally and all around. Because you'll be surprised how like you'll get caught up in the zone and you'll be working and you just don't think to do the small stuff, you know know what I'm saying? So definitely I want to make sure that I don't know, just finding a better balance in my relationship and trying to do YouTube at the same time. So yes, that's what my goals are, and I feel like everything else will fall into place. A couple long-term goals is really locking down the business, you know what I'm saying, and finally finishing my book. Y'all, I've been writing a book for like fucking 4 years and it's not finished yet, but I gotta find a balance, and I should not, you know what I'm saying. Do your skin care routine. Yes, I do have a skincare routine. I do a video on it. That'd be a good vid. I do it. Who or what has inspired you? My biggest inspiration, you know, after God, will probably be my father. My father's no longer here, but he probably was my biggest inspiration because he really showed me how to love. So it set the bar high for me. But it's also like a curse too in a way, because it's like I lead with my heart. But my father, by hands down, he's like my biggest inspiration. And I draw inspiration off people, many different people. Some of my friends, you know, Neek, Kimberly, voice of the people, like people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis. My best friend Diana, you know what I mean? Like I have these conversations, AJ, with people, you know what I'm saying? And they are inspirations to me because sometimes, you know, we sit in our ways, so we be thinking that the way we do it sometimes is the right way. And I like it that the people that I'm surrounded by thus far, you know, have no problem with saying, Toot, that wasn't the right way, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I think inspiration comes from many different things, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and I get it from a lot of different things. I really do. I find love everywhere, and love is inspiration, you know what I'm saying? So you can pretty much find it anywhere. And that was from Amber. Boy, that's my boo. What it do, boo? You know? Next question. How are you and Bella adjusting to y'all new home? Isabella, what it do? This is beautiful. You know, I think the only problem we're having is because we used to live in a house for all of our life, you know, but we don't really care about that part because honestly, this is really comfortable for us. So I think once we finish getting everything furnished to our liking and stuff, it'll be even more comfortable. But for the most part, we love it. We absolutely love it. We just like the fact to where if we want to go in the kitchen and scramble some eggs, butt booty naked, we can. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, we adjusting very well so far. Will you get back into music? This is from Miss Beautiful. Are there any YouTubers you want to collaborate with? If so, who? I don't know if I'm gonna get back into music. Even though I love music, I still write music. I just don't record it. You know what I'm saying? Music was like my first heartbreak. So I got a hate-love relationship with music. Are there any YouTubers you want to collaborate with? Of course. DDG, definitely, hands down. You know what I mean? I would love to collaborate with them. And then it's just certain YouTubers that I would just like to hang around. Of course, like dog, I would love to meet Regine. I just feel like when I watch her, she has a lot of qualifications or a lot of characteristics that I have, and she just seemed like such a fun person to be around. So I would love to like, you know, hang around Armine. But I don't really care to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes collaboration brings problems, you guys. Even though there is a lot of people that I would love to do vids with, sometimes it's scary. It's scary, man. But yeah, Queen, I love Clarence. I love you know, Armine, Regine. I like Ken, D.R.I.P. Like I said, the whole DDG family, I will fuck with them. DDG family remind me exactly of my family. You know, my family is originally from Detroit, so they silly. So it's just certain things that I see with them that remind me of me. So he probably would be the biggest collaboration I would want to have, for real. Hey Toot from Nikki Lee. How do you and wife feel? Do y'all feel like you settled in yet? Yeah, we're getting there. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. We're getting there. You know, it's a process or whatever, and we just taking it one day at a time. But like, yo, we're just like really enjoying it. You know what I mean? Let's see. I was about to ask the same questions. All right. I see that y'all are always together, which isn't a bad thing. But when do you have time to miss each other? It's crazy because like that's one thing about this camera. A lot of people feel like we're always together. And that's not the case at all. Even when we're in the same house, we're not together. We have so many different interests. Like, I read so much to where, like, I be off in the cut. You know what I mean? The biggest problem on why Bella doesn't go out as much as she like is because, you know what I'm saying, she's out here with no friends, you know, and it was the way for me in Boston. See, that's where the balance get kind of off. When I was living in Boston, I didn't have any family there. All my friends and stuff was like Detroit and here. So like after I made friends, you know what I'm saying, you know, we had our own individual, you know what I'm saying, places that we would go sometimes. But like as far as now, you know, Bella hasn't really met a lot of people. Like, she knows Candy or whatever, but that's like more like family. You feel what I mean? So it's just like one of those things to where like, shit, first we had to get situated and get a crib. And now that we're situated, we can start doing a lot more things. But nah, a lot of people sometimes misconstrue. Even Neek sometimes be like, y'all don't ever want to be apart. Have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. But yeah, we're not always together though, bro. And in the same breath, like if we was, I probably wouldn't have a problem with it because like she like the homie. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. Lex, do you plan on starting a gaming channel on Twitch? Absolutely, hell yeah. And it's so crazy because my wife just bought me a PS5, you know what I'm saying, or whatever for Christmas. So I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna do that. Are you guys enjoying ATL? Would you move to another state?